Okay, go ahead and run the coding so that the data is live. And now what we're going to do is we're going to import Seaborn as SNS, and we're going to do this SNS.pairplot, okay, and we're going to do a pairplot of the data frame. Now, this can take a little bit of time to run. If you have a lot of columns, this can take a long time to run. It actually looks best with a reasonable number of columns, like I would say less than 20 for sure. I think around 12 is ideal. Um, but what we're going to see here, it's going to be a really cool output, and it's going to look at the relationship of all the columns. Okay, each of these columns here is going to be a row and a column, and what you're going to see is a bunch of scatter plots and even histograms on the diagonals. And so in effect, you're going to get all the scatter plots all at once. And the idea here again is that, okay, if we want to predict one of the columns, say the median house value, well, here we have it. Here we have a pair plot of all the data. And here at the bottom, we have the median house value, and you can see what it's doing. Here are the names: median house value in longitude, median house value in latitude. And it's showing basically the relationship with the median house value in every other column via their scatter plots. Okay, and this can help you sort of like look to see if one of the columns is very influential in predicting the others. And so you can see like, wow, if we wanted to predict, say, the total number of households, okay, here's something that looks kind of linear. As households are going up, so are the total bedrooms, right? And so there's a clear, you can see it's over here too, there's a clear linear relationship there, and the one is very influential to predict the other. Now, something else that you see in the pair plot are the histograms on the diagonals. And this is kind of cool too, because it doesn't make sense to show a scatter plot of median house value versus median house value, but we do see a histogram here. It's kind of interesting because we have, sort of a lot here at the end. So a lot of groups of areas where there are, high house values. Okay, so this is the pair plot. It's really cool, and it's also very useful. I think you want to show individual plots to kind of get more detail and more information, but it's really a great way to look at your data set as a whole and to start to get a sense of, what might be useful, potentially median income. There's some kind of a relationship here. And I say that because when you look at the others, they're not that good. Like the housing median age, there seems to be no relationship whatsoever.